One. Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, Chip? What's going on, everybody out there in the On the Chain world? It has been 1 week, 8 months, and 20 years since we were on last. So it's
Feels
good
like
to see something like that. It's good to see everybody here logging in. Give a quick shout out where you're tuning in from. Why? Because tonight is the XRP bombshell. We need some sound effect there. Bombshell. The SEC versus Ripple case. Guess what? It's coming to an end. Almost.
Boom.
What
Boom.
is next? There we go. Boom.
Boom.
Boom, baby.
Boom. So we're going to get into that. We got a lot of things we want to talk about. It has been 1 week, Chip, since we're here. We were at the Quantum Summit this past weekend. Met some pretty cool people over there. Met some cool people from the chat. You guys know who you are. You're over there hanging out. So got a lot of cool things we want to talk about. We want to talk about that Quantum Summit, the people that we got to meet, the new people and the old people.
The new people and the old people and the in-between people and some other people.
In-between people.
The in-between people. We met some in-between people as well.
Yes, we did.
That was all good. Ready? Let's go, guys.
Welcome to On the Chain.
Hear that? Gosh, I just played it again. See what happens when you're not on for a week, Jeff? Everything goes.
I know, you don't even know what to do. Adrian, yes. Jeff, Chip, London in the MF building.
MF building, baby. Hey, family, Shimmer shutting down the government. That doesn't matter. I say keep it shut down. Be honest with you, I'm all for it. Shut it down. Look, there's Jim D. What's up, Jim D? We got to hang with Jim D, didn't we?
We got dinner with Jim D.
Yeah, dinner with Jim D, and that was a fun experience. What a great time. Great time. Ray Run. What's going on in South Carolina here? What's up, everybody?
Someone else that we met up with, Chad Nauseum.
We hang out. Chad was at the Quantum Summit. I think he kept an open mind. I think it was pretty interesting. A lot of good stuff that happened there.
That's right.
From Celebration, we hung out, had dinner that one night too. Had a quite good laugh. We had a good laugh about a lot of things, which was great. But it was Mel Carmine is the truth. Yeah, it was really great hanging out with Mel and gang and just so many great people there. I mean, just such an eclectic crowd. All kinds of stuff, I mean, there's stuff there for everybody. Aliens, there was, there was a little bit of politics, a lot of XRP. It was just a nice mixed bag of, health stuff, health related stuff. Just a really good.
It was very cool.
It was a lot of fun, man. Greetings from Toronto. Toronto's in the house. Peter the Cabbage Eater is in the house.
Peter in a while. Man.
And of course, we had the opportunity to be on stage with two legends of Arizona politics. We had Arizona Senator Mark Fincham, and then Rep. Biascucci was also there as well. And those two used to work in the House until Senator Fincham was just elected this past election cycle to the Senate. And that was great. And those guys spoke a bunch of times. And man, they authored some great bills. I mean, great leadership. It's stuff we need to see on a national level, but a lot of great stuff happening in Arizona. That was really great to be on a panel with these guys. And then we also kind of had a chance to almost do the show live. Really, we kind of were up there for another panel with another gentleman who has a YouTube channel. Crypto, is it Explorer? What was it? What's the name of his channel?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we got to actually do that, and Chad got to see us just do the channel, basically do it live on stage, because it was just sort of a free for all and kind of just us, doing what we do, just winging it, going forward. So that was a lot of fun.
It was really cool, Chip, getting to meet people like that in person. The experience I thought was pretty outstanding. People came up to us afterwards, really thanking us for being there, thanking us for the things that we were saying. And, one person that I met she was just so excited about, just all the topics, and just big thank you, and so it was really great. I was it was great to see how many passionate people had shown up, for the event.
Yeah, live shutdown, live rants. Yeah, it was good, and so many great conversations that I had with different people. Just it was like a lot of like-minded people in one space and one time, excited to be together. So it wasn't necessarily always what was happening on stage, but it was always happening in the audience as well, and just getting to meet regular people, and there's some cool vendors there too. So I think we're going to pull some cool guests in from folks we met, and I think that'll be a lot of fun as well to kind of do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it was very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, it was very good. Very good. And, there's some big developments going on here with Ellie Terrett. What's going on with Ellie Terrett? Well, two things, basically. So she's got this amazing scoop going on. Mm-hmm. She's saying, and her sources are pretty solid. She's saying 2 well-placed sources tell me that the SEC versus Ripple case is in the process of wrapping up, and it could be over soon. So her understanding is that the delay in reaching an agreement due to the Ripple's legal team negotiating more favorable terms regarding the August district court ruling, which imposed that $125 million fine on the company and included a permanent injunction preventing the company from selling XRP to institutional investors. That's the big hang up right there. That injunction preventing them from selling XRP. The argument, I'm told, is that the new SEC leadership is wiping the enforcement slate clean for all previously targeted crypto firms because it believes regulatory clarity will resolve the underlying issue. Why should Ripple still be penalized? Accepting the Torres ruling as it stands would mean that Ripple is essentially agreeing to admitting to wrongdoing, but now the SEC itself is seemingly unsure whether any wrongdoing occurred. There's no real playbook for this kind of thing, which could explain the case, why it's taken a little bit longer to resolve than the rest. And if we want to see who called it, it was MetaMan. Pretty sure MetaMan was the first to float the theory here. And we read this not too long ago, but he talked about the whole idea that they could be negotiating to either vacate some of Judge Torres's decision. So he brought this up, I want to say like a week or two ago. We read it on air. So it's pretty cool that she commented on that as well. She said, just a note to everybody flipping out that I used word theory. My reporting is not a theory. It's what I've been told by my sources. I was merely giving Meta Lawman credit for putting his thoughts out there a week ago because everyone started, oh, this is a theory. Oh, this is BS. And no, she's reporting on what she's heard from 2 sources. And she was commenting on the fact that MetaMan had put it out there that this might be what is going on in the background. So that was the whole sort of thing. And guess what, Jeff? Guess what is going on here?
What's that?
After 9 incredible years at Fox Business, Ellie Terrett is moving on. She's accepted an offer to host Crypto America, a new weekly podcast and newsletter brought to you by the Sign Network that will feature conversations with the biggest players shaping crypto policy in the United States. Mm-hmm. Alongside her awesome co-hosts, this is Jacqueline Melanick and that Gerald, which is Gerald Gallagher. We'll take you inside the nation's capital, explore how lawmakers, regulators, and the administration are laying the foundations to make America the global leader in blockchain technology. First episode launches on March 19th, and trust us, it's one you won't want to miss. In addition to my work in crypto in America, I'll also be rolling out my own expanded content later this year to continue to bring you the latest scoops, breaking news, and important conversations taking place at the intersection of Wall Street and Washington. So stay tuned. I'm excited for this next chapter in my career. It's deeply grateful for everyone at Fox Business who helped me on my journey from a green room production assistant to one of the leading crypto journalists in the U.S. The biggest thank you goes out to my mentor and friend, Charlie Gasparino, who instilled in me the foundations of old school journalism and taught me to be fearless and unapologetic both in my reporting and in life. I would just like to thank all of you, my followers, who have given me the confidence to take this exciting leap. This is just the beginning. And there it is, Crypto in America, baby.
There we go. Love it.
It's a new podcast.
Let's go.
It's awesome.
Crypto in
and look, she even got a congrats from CZ. How about that?
Nice. There you go.
Would love to have you on with us. There you go. She's already pining for guests. Make a great episode. What do you think, CZ? Congratulations, Eleanor. You're moving up. Hard work, dedication. First, just the story first, and always pays off. Wishing you much success. Let's go from Mickle, Linda P. Jones, congrats. Molly Elmore, congratulations. Congrats, Eleanor. It's fantastic. That's amazing. You're an amazing reporter. So just everybody really giving her a lot of XRP McLou. We know who that is. That's Rob McDermott. Congrats. No one in crypto is more deserving. Thank you for the years of great coverage. And here's to you and a lot more. So it's kind of cool, Jeff. What do you think about that?
I think it is very cool. I think maybe we should be, amongst the first guests, since we did have her here on the chain.
We're not writing policy though, Jeff. We're not policy makers.
Well, we might not be policy makers, but at least we're verbalizing policy. We're throwing it out there into the universe. We're giving ideas for policy. So at least from that perspective, it would be great.
Nah. Proppy even gave some nah. We have our little show here. Yeah. Excited to do this with you.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's amazing. I just love to see all the MoonPay even got in there with a big congrats. So it's a lot of people just excited about it. She's been great. She's really done an amazing job. So it's good to see her moving on and doing something really cool, right? So very cool. Went to Summit, but they locked the doors on me. You got to get there on time, Mark.
They locked the doors on you.
They locked the doors on you, man.
There were no locked doors.
Morning, lads. Yeti. He's already starting with the Yeti. Wow, I don't even know. I don't even have that up. I don't even know.
Get it up. Get it up.
Something happened to my I don't even know where that is. That's the problem.
I'll find it.
I don't even know where any of the.
We'll see if you can.
Oh, here it is. Hang on a second.
It records it in.
Yeah, we're good.
It's retrospective.
Yeah, we're good. I just had to think for a second there. So how's Matt? How you doing, Matt LaRoche? With all that, you had that. What do you call that thing? It's a tornado? No, it's a I don't know. Spout. What do you guys call it?
A cyclone. Cyclone. It's almost like a hurricane, but not quite.
It's like a hurricane, but not quite.
Might be as strong. I don't know. It's Australian flavored. Everything in Australia is a little bit bigger.
Rob, did you hear us call your name out? I don't know if you heard us or not. We did play one of you. We did cover your post on X over there to Eleanor Terrett because she was. And then the Xaman wallet got an upgrade, Jeff. Speaking of Xaman, the Xaman is a really important around here because it's the wallet we use when you win a badass Yeti NFT, and it's something very important. So I got a video here from the Xaman. I'll play this video, but they upgraded it.
Wondering what was happening.
There it is. That's the Xaman wallet update right there. There it is.
It's almost as cool as my music, but not quite.
No, not as cool. Not as cool. Xaman 4.0 major updates, seamless swaps, any asset, anytime, 10 times faster onboarding, starts in seconds, blazing performance, opt-in, push notifications, stay updated instantly, and much more. And then we just watched that video, so kind of cool.
Look at that.
Very cool to watch that.
Dude, you know what? They're making so much progress. The future is right here in front of us. It's very cool to see that. Man, the Xaman wallet, those guys, over the time that they've been out, the amount of just development, they've always been ahead of the curve, easy to use, connects nicely with the XRP.cafe. If you want to quickly gain your NFT into your wallet, you can quickly move your XRP around. Xaman is cool. Xaman is
I'm guessing you can do that.
We're not even shilling it. We get nothing to talk about it other than it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good wallet. I enjoy it. And obviously we use it here for the badass Yetis. So that's always a good thing. That's always a great thing. Correct. Boomers, booms, boomity booms. What's up? What's up? Crypto G. So yeah, we The Quantum Summit was fantastic, and it was really really a lot of fun. Really enjoyed the entire weekend, and of course, hanging out with Jim D. We got to hang out with Jim D a little bit, and we got to hang out with Chad Nauseum. We know his real name. We're not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you.
Oh,
and then we're not going to dox anybody either. But if they were to give permission, we would say, like, sure, we'll show a picture. But
if they want us to talk, we will talk.
If they want us to talk, otherwise we know nothing. Nothing. We know nothing. We never saw anybody. We don't know a thing. Just saying.
Think about all the off ramps that can be had. Chip, where do you off ramp? If you want to off ramp from XRP or Bitcoin or whatever it is, where do you off ramp? Let's until there's some stable fiat. Is that doable? Do you want to off ramp everything, or do you just off ramp a little bit? I see some of these,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't generally do a lot of off ramping, so I haven't done it. But I would probably pull it into a stable coin. If you wanted to like preserve value, if you wanted to just like push it off somewhere, push it into like RLUSD, or push it into Circle something. I'd probably push into something.
Yeah, so something like that.
Karma,
hey, Chip, check it out. Karma, what is going on? Karma
Carmichael. Say that 3 times fast. Karma, Carmichael.
I just want to put this out here real quick. Take a look at this and enjoy it for 2 seconds. 30 seconds.
2 seconds? Okay, let's
we
do
go.
it. What are we? I'm waiting.
When I'm battle ox ready for blue time. What's the word of the day? Ready. Roll. Get your and my wallet ready. Because this one's gonna be epic. Stay tuned to claim your own legendary blue tribe. Yeti not shine full for one of clan mentalist. Let's go. Let's go.
Damn, that's a mentalist right there.
That's a mentalist. We are giving away a mentalist today. So mentalist from the badass Yetis of the Blue Tribe Clan Mentalist. So check that out. If you guys want to win a mentalist, then get ready.
Mentalist, baby. Remember, you have to have your Xaman wallet ready. We have 12 entries so far, Jeff.
12. Got the word of the day.
The baddest ass, the baddest NFTs ever, baby.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. Jeff, I wanted to put this up. Patrick Bet-David ran a poll about XRP and against Bitcoin when he was talking about the basket and kind of just seeing, and he was shocked by the results. And I don't think he understands the XRP army, how big it is and how prolific it is especially on X. But he came up with this, and this was kind of interesting. So let's watch Patrick Bet-David talk a little bit about XRP.
Right.
For someone that doesn't want to specialize in this, it is something you have to pay attention to. Here's why. Let's just say XRP decides to, all of a sudden, they replace SWIFT. Let's say that happens. If XRP replaces SWIFT and FedNow, you know what happens? Let me give you some numbers here. XRP's ledger processes transactions in 3 to 5 seconds at nearly no cost, making it significantly faster and cheaper than SWIFT. So SWIFT processes $5 trillion daily, or 1.25 quadrillion annually. If you didn't know what that was, quadrillion annually, SWIFT. If XRP captures 5 to 10% of volume, let's just say 10% of volume, $125 trillion annually. The demand for XRP, by the way, could be any of these other technologies we're talking about. Analysts estimate that a $10 trillion market cap could push XRP's price to $100 per token, with full replacement potentially driving it up to $1,000.
What do you think about that, Jeff? It's wild to see it on like something more mainstream like a Patrick Bet-David.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like, we're going to start seeing more and more bandwagoning into XRP as though it's never been talked about, as though what he's talking about has never been discussed at all, as though we've never brought it up. We've hypothesized, what would happen, based on replacement of the SWIFT network, even if it's a small percentage based on all the money that is communicated and moved on such a broad scale. But to your point, to see it on a mainstream podcast, this is the type of identification and recognition that Bitcoin has had for a while, as we've seen countries and big companies like MicroStrategy are starting to pack Bitcoin into their treasury. XRP, due to the fact that Trump acknowledges that, hey, you know what, XRP is going to be one of those in the strategic reserve. Now, Patrick Bet-David, who was talking about Bitcoin not too long ago, is now talking about XRP and hypothesizing where the value of XRP could go. And Chip, when we were at the conference, you laid it out very well. Also, we were talking about the different assets and where's the direction Bitcoin's going, because we know Bitcoin isn't ending at 130. 130 is still relatively low based on the direction. People said it couldn't get to 20,000. People probably said it couldn't get to 3,000. So it's 20, 60, 70. Now, it's 120, 130. So where does it end? How much further up can it go as you galvanize more and more utility or investment, or however you want to break it down? It's man, the sky's the limit. But Patrick Bet-David's right about that. You look at the total sum of money that is being communicated and moved around on a global scale. Ripple replaces it. Here's the question mark. If Ripple is moving the money and they start using a RLUSD to do it, built on the XRPL, doesn't use XRP, what happens to the valuation of XRP?
Yeah, right. Exactly. What happens? Chet says you can't rip the smile from his face.
It's so amazing. Yeah, I mean, just overall. But you know what? Why is Ethereum, other than it being utilized for they're burning Ethereum. It's used for gas fees to move all the ERC-20s.
Alex D is here. Look at this. It was OG Alex D, the OG in the house. SEC coming soon. XRP to the moon. I don't give a F what you do with your money.
Right. Susan Chippy.
Chippy.
Susan been here for a while.
Oh, Chippy hasn't been here in a while.
Nope.
No, you haven't been here in a while. It's good to have you.
And here we go. This one right here, Mike.
Mike's always been here.
Don't forget that banks can hold XRP now. Ripple will be a bank.
We talked about that this weekend too. Yeah,
we did. So as we get into it, so these are the points. I want, if you guys just give whatever feedback you can give in and around the topic. I think that, there's so many areas of growth and development, and that's really the takeoff there. Yes, Ripple can move, or will move huge amounts of value and money on a global scale. Development, that's why I focus on Ethereum. What happens with the tokenization of assets? What happens with NFTs when NFTs are actually valuized as a representation of a real world asset, or a certificate, a digitized digital certificate of your real world asset holding. So imagine, if you have your title, your home title becomes an NFT, and all the different variables that this market can hold. And imagine you go to your NFT, your XRP.cafe, and it's more than just a static JPEG NFT. There's more utility built in and around it. I mean, the sky's the limit, and we're just scratching the surface. All this time, Chip, I feel like we've been crawling. We're just now reaching, I feel, a toddler phase where the market's actually starting to walk and run as a toddler. Little uneasy.
Yeah, it does feel like we're starting to get a little bit of legs here, a little bit of action, maybe moving in the right direction. It does feel a little bit like that. Yeah, for sure. Something that happened in the House yesterday, which was the anti-CBDC Act. So we'll watch a little bit of this, Tom Emmer, but people have surmised, because this is a topic that came up this weekend as well at the Quantum Summit about the CBDC and, the whole idea of having a CBDC and programming and the globalist state and, Big Brother looking over after your purchases. But this was a little bit of this here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for those words and for holding this important hearing today to study the promises of stablecoin technology to unlock economic efficiencies and the risks of central bank digital currencies to our privacy and freedom. I appreciate the committee's efforts to incorporate my feedback into the stablecoin bill over the past several Congresses, and I'm grateful to this committee for noticing my bill, the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, in this hearing today. The bill's simple. It halts the efforts of unelected bureaucrats from ever issuing a central bank digital currency that could upend the American way of life. This bill has the support of over 100 members of Congress and groups ranging from the Independent Community Bankers Association and the American Bankers Association to Club for Growth, Heritage Action, and the Blockchain Association. CBDC technology is inherently un-American, and I'm grateful to President Trump for understanding this and signing an executive order banning CBDCs as one of his first actions as president. My bill would codify the executive order into law and prevent a future administration from creating such an obvious tool for financial surveillance against its own.
He said it, you got to codify it, right? An executive order is not enough. It's got to go through Congress. It's got to be passed. So he's right on here.
Citizens.
Spot on.
Chad, great to see you, Mr. Cascarilla. Proponents of the United States central bank digital currency often cite global competition in the race to extend the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency as promises of a CBDC. Do you think there's anything a potential United States CBDC could accomplish that a privately issued stable coin could not?
Thank you for the question, Congressman Emmer. I don't think so. I think historically innovation in the United States in both technology and in the financial services landscape has come from the private sector. And I think that is what we should continue to embrace, and I think that's what the bill would enable.
Well, speaking of stablecoins, Section 15 of the Stable Act requires the proposed legislation requires federal regulators to create and implement reciprocal agreements between the United States jurisdictions with substantially similar regulatory frameworks for dollar-backed payment stablecoins. Can you explain the impact this section will have in extending the status of the dollar as the world's reserve currency?
Thank you. Yes, I think the important point is that everybody wants a dollar. The U.S. is, of course, the home of the dollar. When we're exporting dollars or exporting American values, we want to make sure we have the same set of rules in the U.S. as we have around the world so that there isn't some arbitrage that's possible to issue from another jurisdiction. And by having that same set of rules that everyone has to meet in order to access the U.S. market, it will actually create a race to the top, not a race to the bottom.
Thank you, Mr. Cascarilla. CBDCs introduce significant privacy risks and are fundamentally the antithesis of American values. On the other hand, this stablecoin bill can bring traditional finance on-chain at a global scale while preserving privacy, individual sovereignty, and free market competitiveness. This underscores why we must prioritize pro-stablecoin legislation alongside anti-CBDC legislation. I want to thank Chairman Hill again, and especially for working with me on the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, both in this Congress now and in the last Congress. And I'd like to applaud the efforts of Representative Warren Davidson, Representative Andy Ogles, and former representative and a good friend of the chair and myself, Representative Alex Mooney, for their contributions to this text and for helping make it a stronger legislative proposal. I yield back the rest of my time.
Great stuff, man. Great stuff. And codify that thing. Let's get it going. You know, the other big thing too that, you know, some conversations sort of crept in on are the whole idea of, you know, you're keeping your keys, right? Are you able to self-custody, keep it away from the tax man, right? This kind of thing. So that was something that kind of came up too. And I believe it's either Emmer or Davidson that has the bill about the keep your keys. Yeah. They'll allow you to self-custody.
I think it was Davidson, but it might have been Emmer. But
it's going to be one of those two because they're always running point on one of those two things. Jim D says ban CBDCs and just give them all an EBT debit card instead. Rob McDermott, Howard Lutnick, going to push and get Congress to approve a 50 and 100-year bonds like Japan has today and sell those U.S. stablecoin issuers, Circle, Ripple, etc., creating crazy new liquidity.
True. It's right around the corner. It is right there. Look at this, XX. Hi, guys. Just want to thank you for your consistent efforts in explaining XRP, XRPL to the world. I run a DUNL validator and really appreciate your show XRP GOAT. That's
Yeah, I
right.
appreciate that. Well, you're running a validator, man. You're doing a lot more for the ecosystem. This is somebody who, by running a validator, you're participating, man, and that's really cool. And they're not expensive to run too. So the fact that you've taken that plunge speaks loudly. So yeah, thanks for doing that, man. I really appreciate that.
And there you go. There, CBDCs are inherently programmable.
You will comply.
That's right. You will
sucker.
own nothing, and you
you'll be
will
happy.
be happy.
Be super happy. Like, I own nothing. I own nothing, and I'm super happy.
Right.
Amazing. How could you own nothing and be so damn happy? Get him, Tommy. Nice comment. Yeah, nice comment.
Oh, Emmer.
Tommy Emmer. Tommy Emmer, of course. Eleanor Terrett has been the best source of
He was
Ripple
talking about
XRP
that.
SEC crypto. So I believe settlement is imminent. BlackRock ETF and IPO follow. Yeah, I mean, there's so much great stuff. I mean, it's so funny that everybody's filing for an ETF, right? And BlackRock, has BlackRock filed yet? I think there's some.
I believe they did. I think everybody's been filing their XRP ETFs.
Let me play
They're
this
imminent.
video. I gotta cut
They're
the
right around the corner. Gotta
Yeah,
cut the music out
Gotta
there.
cut the music. Yeah, this is Pocahontas running for it. See the feds behind her? I don't know who did this. I didn't do it, but she's running with a big bag of money.
You gotta love it. The music is still there.
Dude,
Oh, look at this.
and oh, geez, she just face planted with the money. It's a short clip, but it's just hilarious. Look at her running. There's all the millions. Yep, she's trying to get away. And oh no, she face plants. Oh God, look at that.
Oh, that was good.
Plants.
That was good.
Elizabeth Warren a little tied up at the moment. Please leave your name and number and a message after the beep. That's what the words on the screen say. I thought that was funny. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. What are you going to do?
XS, glad to help the network. Agreed. It isn't all that much monthly. No money spent mining.
Well, there you go. And then we have this one here. This is
no block rec. They have not.
No, they've been sort of speculating on the fact that they might. 17 ETFs in the pipeline. Wow. But everybody's thinking BlackRock is going to jump in. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So Jeff, I don't know if you heard that this one kind of flew under the radar. I was actually kind of came across it. I was kind of like, is this for real? But here it is.
Here to make a historic announcement, one that will shape America's economic future for generations to come. Today, I will be introducing the Bitcoin Act of 2025 in the United States House.
Nick Begich from Arkansas.
Now, you know this is a bold and forward-looking legislative initiative designed to ensure the United States secures its financial independence and maintains its leadership in the global digital economy. Before I continue, I want to take a moment and recognize the tireless efforts of my colleague in the Senate, Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming. Senator Lummis has long been a champion of Bitcoin and financial innovation, bringing the Bitcoin discussion to Capitol Hill in
Just say she's been a Bitcoin maxi. That sums it up. Thank you.
ways that have shaped the national conversation.
But I noticed now in her posts on X, she's like Bitcoin and digital assets because she was getting hammered all the time.
On digital assets. Her vision for a strategic Bitcoin reserve as a tool to bolster America's balance sheet and secure our economic future has been instrumental in advancing this discussion. Senator Lummis, I thank you for your leadership and unwavering dedication to securing.
You remember her leadership, Jeff, when she said that Gary Gensler was doing a great job?
He was so wonderful.
Do you remember that leadership? Is that the leadership
I
he's
do.
trying to point out here? I'm not sure if that's the leadership that we're thinking about
That's
right
the
now.
exact leadership he's.
It's like her and what was the other? What was the one from her little her compadre from the Democrat Party?
DNC.
Who was that?
I don't remember.
They sat there and they're like, Gary Gensler is doing a fantastic job. No, I don't think we're going to call that leadership out, but thanks. The Bitcoin maxi, Bitcoin. And then she couldn't even defend Bitcoin. She couldn't tell why it was decentralized. She couldn't talk anything about it, but she's got the buzzword down. Just make the buzzword sound. Bzzz.
America's financial future. I'm proud to announce as well, as we introduce this bill, I will have 6 co-sponsors in the United States House as original co-sponsors, and I want to give them a shout out now. Representatives Addison McDowell, Pat Harrigan, Michael Ruley, Troy Nels, Dave Taylor, and Mike Collins all on board with this bill.
you know any of those names, Jeff? Never heard of them. They're all Bitcoin maxis.
So why Bitcoin? People in this room know better than anyone. Bitcoin represents more than just a digital asset. It's a cornerstone of financial sovereignty, economic resilience, and innovation.
Wait a minute. What?
Financial sovereignty,
Financial sovereignty.
economic resilience, and innovation.
Holy cow.
We're witnessing an unprecedented shift in the global financial landscape. Bitcoin has emerged as the world's first truly decentralized asset, a modern form of digital gold. With a fixed supply of 21 million coins, Bitcoin is not subject to inflationary manipulation, making it one of the most reliable stores of value in human history.
I don't remember.
Over the past decade, Bitcoin has outperformed every major asset class. In contrast, gold has grown nominally each year.
Whatever.
Bitcoin is a strategic asset. It represents financial sovereignty, a hedge against financial instability, and a tool for reinforcing America's global economic strength. Last week, President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a U.S. digital asset stockpile, reinforcing America's leadership in financial innovation. This executive order positions the United States at the forefront of digital revolution and paves the way for the golden age of digital currency in the United States. President Trump understands the growing importance of digital assets in our national sovereignty. This executive order corrects a fundamental issue: previous disjointed management of government-held digital assets, which led to premature sales costing American taxpayers over $17 billion. The Bitcoin Act is the legislative solution to President Trump's vision, solidifying and expanding upon his executive order. By codifying the strategic Bitcoin reserve into law, we ensure that future administrations cannot reverse course on this crucial financial strategy. Mr. President, we are delivering on your promise to make America the global leader in cryptocurrency. The Bitcoin Act establishes a strategic Bitcoin reserve, a federal initiative to ensure the United States holds a significant stake in the world's most important decentralized financial network. This bill recognizes Bitcoin's potential to complement our gold reserves, fortify our national security, and provide economic stability in an increasingly volatile financial world. Our gold reserves stand at approximately 8,133 metric tons, valued at over $750 billion. The United States has long relied on gold as a financial backstop, but it is time to look ahead. By phasing in the acquisition of 1 million Bitcoin, approximately 5% of Bitcoin's total supply over 5 years, we will ensure that America remains a dominant player in the digital financial era. This initiative is designed to be fiscally responsible. Not a single taxpayer dollar will be used. Instead, we will leverage Federal Reserve remittances, which exceeded $76 billion in 2023, gold certificate revaluations, unlocking additional funds to finance Bitcoin purchases, and the Exchange Stabilization Fund, a fund with the mandate to manage currencies outside of the United States dollar. Bitcoin is open, it is censorship resistant, it is immune to geopolitical manipulation, and it embodies the principles of economic freedom, innovation, and self-determination that define America's leadership. I want to be very clear about one thing. The Bitcoin Act does not infringe on private ownership of Bitcoin. It explicitly protects the rights of individuals and businesses to own, hold, and transact Bitcoin freely. It recognizes self-custody as a fundamental right of financial sovereignty. This bill affirms that Americans should never fear government overreach when it comes to Bitcoin. We have built safeguards into the Bitcoin Act to ensure transparency and accountability. A proof of reserve system that will provide public, verifiable audits of all government-held Bitcoin. The Comptroller General will oversee all Bitcoin purchases and storage to ensure full transparency, and a 20-year holding period that will prevent politically motivated selling of our reserves, ensuring long-term national security. The Bitcoin Act of 2025 is a commitment to securing America's economic future. It ensures that we will lead the digital financial revolution rather than fall behind. It diversifies our national reserves, strengthens our national balance sheet, and enhances our geopolitical standing, all while affirming the fundamental financial freedoms of every American. As other nations seek alternatives to the U.S. dollar, America must take decisive action to secure our place in the digital future. The Bitcoin Act is that action. I invite my colleagues in Congress to stand with me in enacting this legislation to ensure that the United States remains the global leader in financial innovation and economic security. America was built with bold vision, was built by bold people, and it's time for America to be bold again. Thank you.
There you go. What do you think about that?
Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's a move in the right direction. A lot of talk about the Bitcoin, but I'm thinking they're using Bitcoin kind of as a way of talking about the bigger basket, cross-reference all the different assets. But, here we go. You gotta start someplace, start creating some normalcy. Let's start recognizing crypto asset development. Let's create the rules of the road. So here in the US, we can actually start producing and building projects to scale,
Right.
not just see them building everywhere else. Think about a lot of the, big entry points to some of these assets. You can't do it through US exchanges. You have to use VPNs. So people that entered into all these other assets somehow did it, outside the US. And now let's have a way. Let's have a way to build these projects the way they're meant to be built. Let the banks start investing. And man, this thing is going to just start taking on a life of its own. It's going to be a rocket ship. It's going to be an absolute rocket ship. That's how I see it.
I love this commentary by Rob McDermott. It says, how crazy is this for all of us here 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, some of us even 8 years ago? This is crazy. My 17-cent XRP is going to pay off. LOL. Rockefeller land grab. And then Colin says, breaking Satoshi Nakamoto moves all the Bitcoin to a DEX, swaps all BTC with one-click to XRP live on global television, causing Max Kaiser and Michael Saylor to take massive doses of Valium.
Just how it's going to go.
Oops, sorry. I'm trying to get off that there. There we go.
Good after morning.
Good after morning. Hey, dude. Hey, dude.
Pyro Jeff is here. What is up, Pyro Jeff?
If the U.S. government will buy Bitcoin and other currencies like XRP for the reserve, what discounted price would they get them for? Well, the problem too is like, because of the way Ripple can't really sell it to anybody right now. They'd have to buy it off an exchange because they're precluded from selling to institutions, probably governments as well. But I suspect that'll be cleared up as well. We'll see what happens.
I have a feeling if right now the Trump administration came to Ripple and said, we want the escrow for the strategic reserve. So we're going to take X percentage of all the escrow as it comes out per month for the next 55 months, for the next 24 months, whatever it is. Did they take all? Did they take some? And can there be a discount, or do they have to buy at market? I don't think they can leverage or
institution always got discount. They always bought a discount. They always bought it depending on how much they buy. But
if they're buying at discount, they're buying from the escrow. How are they leveraging the discount?
Well, I don't even know if they can buy from the escrow because there's rules around protecting that escrow too, and how they get at it. So I don't know if they actually can sell from that. But it remains to be seen exactly how that would break out on the Solana or the Ethereum or the Cardano or the XRP, right. That whole basket. Because how's that going to get funded, right? I mean, how is anything going to end up in there? But all the stuff we see with this USAID, this wasted money just flushed down the toilet. And part of what they did was they just renamed, they put a name to it, right? So they had all this Bitcoin in reserve, but the Biden administration had sold it early days, like 2021. And that at auction, by the way. So it wasn't even right in a top price, which is just BS. And so if you think of it in terms of that way, that is pretty sad, because out of $17 billion, can you imagine that $17 billion just evaporated because they sold too soon? So this bill is, from the way I understand, the way he described it, is to lock it up for 20 years and nobody can get at it.
Boom!
Well, unless it eclipses the debt, then you could say, well, then you just make a payment to the debt. You could do that too. It's got some good advice. Hit the like button right now. Do it now. You're watching on YouTube. Do it now. Do it now. We got 18 drawings going, 18 entrants into the Yeti, badass Yeti drawing here.
Rob McDermott says, the key here, peeps, is to understand Howard Lutnick and the way he thinks and the way he is advising Trump.
I loved his interview today, man. He was not taking any prisoners. I wish I would have grabbed that, but that would have
been so solid.
It was a good one. I had that somewhere. I wanted to put this one up here. This is a good one too. The continuing resolution. So guys, if you think about all the times we've had continuing resolutions that were supposed to shut the government down, they were always omnibus. Means every senator and Congress had to put some pork in there to bring something home, to parade it around. Yay. And the whole idea was to keep it open. Here's how this continuing resolution bill is different to keep the government open and floating.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you, the traditional CR usually leads up to a big omnibus bill. And obviously, since this is a CR until the end of the fiscal year, there's going to be no omnibus bill this year for the first time in years. The other thing a CR normally does is it actually increases spending a little bit. This one actually decreases spending by about $7 billion. That's what the CBO will probably score this as. So this is a very different CR. It restricts funding. It actually helps the president fund his border enforcement. It gives a raise to our enlisted men and women in the military. It increases the food allotment in the Women's, Infants, and Children program. Again, it increases spending at the VA. This is a good CR. It's fiscally responsible, and the president needs it in order to continue the work of Doge and Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's a very important part. There's a lot of progress being made, and you want to codify that progress before the next budget bill. What is the outlook among the membership, among the Republican caucus? Is there enough votes to get this over the line before Friday?
I think there is. I do believe that we're going to see exactly what we saw 2 weeks ago when people said that you couldn't pass a debt ceiling increase with only Republican votes, and we said no, you actually can if it's combined with good fiscal policy. This is the same way. People say you can't pass a CR with only Republican votes, but I say yes, you can, as long as it's combined with good fiscal policy, and this is good fiscal policy.
That's great.
Well, they do need 60 votes in the Senate, so I don't know if they're going to be able to get 60. We'll see. That remains to be seen if that can actually happen or not. I don't know.
That's a little bit of the challenge to get the 60, but I have a feeling you get to a point where some of these Dems are gonna flip. Not everybody's happy. There's, after the way the House acted and behaved, they're getting so much pushback. They're losing more support. Their money is being taken, from under them. They're being cut off at the knees, so right now, the Dems, they're always out there with their hands out. They're always trying to manipulate. They're always begging. So here you go. You need money. You want to keep running. Where's your vote?
Yeah.
That's how it's going to go. Otherwise, they're going to be replaced. We don't need them.
Well, the top Democrats, Jeff, are the ones yelling about Doge and, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're against rooting out inefficiencies, right, and waste. But here's a little compilation video somebody put together with some top Democrats talking about they sound like they're candidates for the Doge team. Here we go.
Cannot keep our promises on Medicare. We simply must make the cuts in waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare so that the benefits and the premiums are untouched. We owe it to our seniors. We owe it to our country.
There is an enormous amount of waste and fraud and abuse in this government. When there is waste and fraud, you have an administration who should also be on top of that situation.
If we're going to eliminate the waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare, it does mean we're going to cut some of that out. And when I hear my friend Dave Camp say you cannot cut money out of Medicare, you can't just get up there and say, we don't want to cut anything out of Medicare. We want to cut the bad stuff and keep the good stuff.
Jeez, that sounds very different than today, doesn't it, Jeff?
So it's interesting. If you look at transfer payments, which are all these outgoing payments, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all of that, 2/3 of our national budget are in transfer payments. 2/3. So imagine if there's fraud and corruption and there's payments in the millions of people going out that shouldn't be going out, that are going into other people's pockets. You take that away, it's no longer 2/3 of our national budget. You're shrinking that number down. All of a sudden you're freeing up all this money, then you're shrinking the budget down. There have to be budget cuts in terms of look for the fraud and corruption. Find ways to give people more by reducing the fraud and the corruption. These guys always talked, but they're always looking for ways to cut and not cut their fraud out. They're looking for ways to pack their pockets. It's so amazing. Yeah. So that's what Forrest's saying, the same thing, because money's going in their pockets. It's exactly what's going on. Bernie, Congress has oversight. Just saying. That's right. They always talked. Those guys just, it's amazing how much airtime, just all they do is talk. They were never action guys. Most of those guys never worked a day in their life.
No, they were just government officials. That's from day one. I love this commentary by Jesse Waters. Listen to this, Jeff, on his commentary on Democrats.
That's the question about whether the Democrats are going to go extinct. I hope so. I'm not one of those people like you that think, oh, it's really healthy for the country if you have two strong parties. Get out of here.
You said you think that in the past. You think it's good for both
I
parties
want to burn your village and steal your women. Metaphorically speaking. I want one of those great stretches where it was like Reagan, Bush, and if it wasn't for Ross Perot, it would have been 16 straight years. That's what I want, and that's what I expect. And that doesn't mean I'm saying red wave.
Yes.
Let's just be clear.
There was a
The
red
Democrats
wave.
right now are at a messaging retreat in Virginia. They're just trying to trick you. What do they stand for? What do you stand for, Democrats? Do you even stand for fighting climate change? Because you're torching Teslas and you stole all the money from the Green New scam.
Those are the progressives.
Do you stand for education? No, you shut the schools down and you don't even talk about test scores. Do you stand for health? Look at yourselves. Obviously, you're not Maha. Do you stand for border? Do you stand for public safety? Obviously not. Do you stand for the middle class doing well? No. Bidenomics, cost of living. You're okay with factories in China and Canada and Mexico. You've done nothing about it. The Democrats don't stand for anything. They don't even stand for progress. You've said it, Greg.
Yeah, they don't even stand for the flag.
They can't even build a reservoir or a railroad or any electric charging station. Greg, it is so bad. They are making an 82-year-old woman look like Fraggle Rock and dance for donations.
It's hilarious.
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
That was such a great show. Do you remember Fraggle Rock?
I remember it. Yeah, it was horrific. It was the worst puppets ever.
But it was great.
It was like
Look who's here.
Ben Chickens. What's going on? Tommy
up,
boy.
Tommy?
Tommy boy's checking in. Tommy boy is checking in.
Ben Chickens.
Yeah, they all sucked. Bush Senior, they all did. Trump was buying a Tesla to support Elon. He might as well do the same to support crypto. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, buy some XRP.
Show up at put some XRP vending machines on the lawn, and then just buy some XRP. That would be kind of fun. That would be good.
So awesome.
Holy crap! The bin chicken is alive.
Chicken.
The bin chicken. The bin chicken.
And the Rouge, the bin chicken.
The bin chicken. He puts the bin chicken on there.
If you're from Australia, you would know what a bin chicken was.
They were Muppets. They are Muppets.
The Fraggle Rock were Muppets.
They were
big dinosaurs, weren't they?
Ugly.
Wasn't that the Fraggle Rock?
No, they weren't. The Fraggle Rock.
What were the Fraggle Rock?
They were just goofy puppets. They were like there was like some. It was Fraggle Rock was like some little village, a tree they lived in, or some big tree or something like that. It was just.
Hang on, I gotta look. Oh, not. I was thinking of something else. Not the damn Fraggle Rock.
You're thinking of the dinosaur.
The dinosaur
family.
cartoon.
Yeah, that's what you were thinking about. I knew because I was like Fraggle. There's no way Fraggle Rock. That was like on
what was
HBO.
that? What was the dinosaur show called? The dinosaur puppet.
I don't know, but I see the meme all the time. This so we have a new prime minister in Canada, and it's Mark Carney.
What happened with that?
Mark Carney, who is the he used to run the Bank of England. He hasn't lived in Canada in 10 years. He's got 3 passports. The U.S., Canada, U.S., and then UK? But anyway, he also moved his business from Canada to New York, and how somehow he's the prime minister. And this guy's talking about how they chose him. And this sounds eerily familiar, Jeff, to how Kamala was chosen. Let's listen in.
Tell me how this is democracy. Our prime minister in Canada was just elected by 151,000 people. We have 41 million people in Canada, meaning that 0.37% of the population got to choose our next prime minister. And let me remind you that the Liberals threatened $10,000 fines if anyone else tried to join their party to vote for our prime minister. So tell me that Donald Trump is the biggest threat to democracy in Canada when the Liberals are doing this right in front of our faces, and then they call you a right-wing extremist when you decide to point this out.
Damn, brought the heat. And they're like, Donald Trump is the problem. No, that must be the problem. He's the problem.
But, yeah, we have to remember what they they're a parliamentary system.
They are parliamentaries.
I don't understand. I mean, it'd be interesting. We need the landmass. Canada does need to become part of the U.S. Trump was right. It would look really perfect, kind of fulfilled if we had, all the land mass. But they have so much land up there that we need. And you think about the population centers, they have so much empty land. I mean, it's perfect. It's habitable. You can grow stuff, a lot of, plains, a lot of mountainous areas, I got to believe, but there's just, think about it. Think how great. And there was only 40 million people. It's like the size of California.
Yeah, 40 million people. That's it. We can take them, Jeff. We can take them.
They have too much. Those guys are socialists. They have too much. Come on, spread the wealth a little bit.
I love this from the Babylon Bee. Layoffs delayed at the Department of Education because they're unable to calculate what 50% of employees would be. It's a great one. They don't know what they can't arrive at the 50% number because of the Department of Education. And then this one here, did you hear that Ireland capsized after the arrival of Rosie O'Donnell? Jeez,
she actually moved to Ireland.
She did. She moved to
I
Ireland.
can't believe they let her come there.
That was a question today posed to Trump. There's someone that said, asked about. He goes, "I like this question." And then he asked the Prime Minister of Ireland who he was. He's like, "No." He goes, "You don't want to know. You don't want to know." But she moved over there because I don't know, her feelings were hurt, something like that. I don't know what exactly happened. Something
Future
happened.
Finance. Yes, please. Speaking for a 51st stater.
51st stater. There you go. 51st stater right there, baby.
But it was saying that Canada actually wouldn't be the 51st. It would be the 52nd. Greenland will be the 51st.
Jeff, every once in a while you get a kid that's like really passionate. I saw this kid today and I said, this deserves to be played on air today. We got to play this sucker, this kid. Look at this kid. He's got a lot of, this has nothing this has nothing to do with anything, but listen to this. This kid is just so passionate.
Boom, 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 boom. Fire, boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, big disgrace. Can get your head all over your place, singing way, rock you.
I love it. Dude, our next generations are going to be okay.
That kid is so funny. He's just screaming it, You gotta love that little kid, man. What a funny little goofball.
Oh my god.
What a funny little goofball. All right, let's do the drawing, Jeff. My God. Let's do this.
God. Is it that time? Hang on before
it's that time, baby. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We have to do it.
Hang on.
There it is.
Cinematic. Wait, before you do it, I gotta play the song.
When I'm battle-axe ready for blue time. What's the word of the day? Ready, go. Get your and my wallet ready. Because this one's gonna be epic. Stay tuned to claim your own legendary blue trap. Yeti not stand for one of clan mentalist. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, guys. Here we go. We got 21. 21 in. Ready?
21.
3, 2, 1. Draw. Who's it going to be? Who's going to win this badass mentalist? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see who it's going to be. Who's it going to be?
Mo Meta Media.
God, he wins. Mo Meta. Beautiful.
Here?
I hope he is. Scott, are you still here? Mo Meta, we need to hear from you, Mo Meta.
Mo Meta.
Mo Meta.
Mo Meta. Scotty. Wonder if he's still here.
I don't know if
He's not here. We know the rules.
Uh-oh.
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 Oh, no.
Let's see.
There is a delay, so we got to go through the delay. And then Mike Maroth was wondering which one we picked, but it was in the song. Did everybody miss out on it? Which one is it? Which one? Which one? All right. If there's no more meta, just in case there's any confusion. Oh, look at that. I can't add to the stage. What does that say? Please present a screen. What?
See, it's probably doing the same thing it did to me last week. It was doing all weird stuff. Wouldn't let you wouldn't let you add it.
I picked my screen, and then it says remove other media streams from the stage before present. There is no other media. You've got your media.
There you go. Try that.
But that's weird. Before we could just switch.
Right.
Now it's presented. It's
oh, no, you can't just flip it on there?
Yeah. You can't just add it. You got to remove first.
Oh, that's messed up.
They always break stuff. Makes absolutely
It was
no
cool
sense.
that you could just add something new. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah. But this
you
is
gotta
it right
remove it.
here. Blue Tribe, Mentalist Clan. So it is the Clan Mentalist. This is a badass. And it's not just badass. I'll tell you what else is badass about this guy. Number 441. That's pretty badass. It's 46 out of 506. So it's got a nice rarity score to it also. So it's got good rarity. It's got some blue haze. His name is...
And some nice hair, Jeff. Some good dreads there.
It does, yeah. Harverson. Look at that.
It's got a
Look
name,
at that
baby.
guy. Man, that guy's kick-ass. Look at that. Look at the detail on this guy.
Insane. Insane, I tell you.
Remnants of his hair is melting off of him because he's so ferocious in his mental state. That's what's kick-ass about that one. So now we got to take one away in order to add one back. That makes no sense, Chip.
We're going to have to draw again. I'm sorry, Scotty.
There we go.
I'm still sorry to tell you.
Susan, blue hair. Isn't that a liberal one?
Could be. Could very be. It could be it, but it's not. It's a badass Yeti. Ready? We're going to draw again. Ready? Here we
Walking
go.
barcode. He might be a walking barcode.
Glad you guys stayed. Ready? Let's draw again. Let's go. Reminds
Here
me
we
of me.
go.
There we go. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Come on now. 21. Y'all have a shot at this. ETX Small Biz. ETX Small Biz is the winner.
ETX Small Biz.
And I see ETX right here. So you're here.
ETX Small Biz. Now here, the rules of the game.
The rules state you have to
be here.
You have to say I'm here, and I'm getting my Xaman wallet ready. Getting my Xaman wallet.
Now what you got? Look at that.
Look at
Holy cow, that was fast.
Damn, that was fast. I ain't messing
Hang
around.
on a second.
ETX is
Hang
on
on a
it.
minute.
ETX is on it. All over it, man.
It's like I know the rules. Oh, the rules. I gotta go to YouTube, man. And snag it. Whoa. He's the fastest. That's right. Osmond said he's the fastest.
That might have been made history right there.
That was by far. That was definitely history in the making. Everybody be observant of that. It was fast. It was immediate. Clicking the transfer. And here we go. Man, it's a good thing we're doing this now. My battery is dying. So timing is of the essence. Oh no. I gotta update it. No. Okay. Let's scan it. Boom. Here we go. We're scanning. Before we restart, let's transfer this bad boy. And look at that. The transfer has been submitted. Verifying. Boom. That's it. ETX Small Biz is the proud owner of a blue badass Yeti's Blue Tribe Mentalist. That is Yeti's Blue Tribe of the Clan Mentalists.
Look at this, Jeff.
that.
Can you relate to this story at all? A man thoughtfully responds to his wife's 9-paragraph text about her day with a thumbs up emoji.
I love it. You know what? I do that. Someone was sending me something. I just gave a thumbs up or whatever. And he got all pissed. I'm like, what? He goes, I wrote a whole bunch of stuff. And all you did was a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's how we do it here. What do you want me to do?
You wanted to reply.
Well, that's it. It's like, if
Thank
you
you,
send me
boys.
videos.
God bless. Yeah. Hey, we're glad you have it, man. This is a good one to be to well taken care of. Maybe that E will be replaced. Maybe we'll see, instead of that E, we'll see that badass
nice
mentalist up there. That would be cool. That was a good one, man. That was a good one. Gotta love it. Congrats, ETX.
Rob, you guys keep giving this away each week, and I'm going to be out by the end of the summer.
Pretty much. Yep.
It's an ongoing joke that we're giving away Rob's.
We're giving away Rob's stash. Rob's got an army of Yetis, man.
He's got an army of Yetis.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, thumbs up, smiley face, fire.
Fire, baby.
What do you have to type stuff all the time?
Sometimes 100%. 100%.
No, I have someone who writes this stuff like all emojis. And then you have to read through the emoji to figure. I'm like,
I hate the emojis. Yeah, I don't want to figure stuff out. I don't want to know what the emoji instead of the word. I just want to be able to just read it. I don't like those emojis. There's too much.
Yeah.
All in support of OTC. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
You know me.
Yeah, baby. That's all you need, says Devon Steve. That's what you need. That's what you need. See?
Yep.
Same, Chad.
Boom. Great to meet you as well, Chad.
Top marks. Yeah, man. It was great hanging out with Chad, man. We had a good time. We had a good laugh. Good laugh. A lot of fun.
You love music. You hear this Teddy Swims guy, Modern Joe Cocker.
Teddy Swims.
Chip is the musician guy.
I don't know who Teddy Swims is, believe it or not. I don't know who that is. I know who Teddy Strings is. Tommy Strings, whatever his name is.
Chip, the music man.
Chip. So, yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check it out. Teddy Swims is awesome.
Does Rob know Teddy Swims?
I don't know who Teddy Swims is. That's how funny it is. I know who Billy Strings is. Okay, I know this guy. Yeah, I've seen this dude. I didn't know his name. Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims.
Big bearded dude.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, you've seen that dude. Didn't know his name.
Nope. That's pretty cool.
I appreciate that, Steve. Appreciate that, man. Well, you're quite the singer, man. I missed your song this year. I play it almost every year. Steve wrote an amazing Christmas tune.
Did we go? We went over Ellie's post right in the beginning.
Yeah, we did go on Ellie's post. Yeah,
one.
It was the very first thing, and then we actually talked about Rob McDermott, one of his comments to it as well. So that's it, guys. That's all we have. We'll be back on Saturday morning. Saturday morning, yeah.
Oh no, Saturday morning. Might have to cut that tight.
What do you got going on?
What is Saturday? Is that the 16th, 15th?
Oh
man, St. Patrick's Day is coming up pretty soon too.
17th.
Hang on, I'll tell you. Let me see.
Coming up quick.
Oh, yes. No, never mind. I was off. Forget. Scratch that. No, I'm good.
We're all set.
Second. So the thing is, the Miami Open starts this weekend.
Been chicken out.
If anybody's going to the Miami Open, it's going to run through the week. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Fantastic. I'm going to the Miami Open next Saturday.
Sábado y canto.
Miami Open.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. That's all we have. That's all we have. I mean it.
That's it. That's all we got.
That's the show. It just passed by just like that. So guys, Jeff and Chip. Yeah, I'm gonna do it already. Here we go. Jeff. Now I can't even do it because now you're gonna make me laugh. But man,
they were off TikTok remake of Shania Twain.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Ready, guys? We'll see you guys on the next one. Chip and Jeff. Oh.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.